Grant the Ant, 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 Grant the Ant. Adventures of Grant the Ant, Grant the Ant, Grant the Ant, Grant the Ant. Welcome to my YouTube channel. You can subscribe at C_Lodi_art, or you could follow me on my Instagram at C_Lodi_art. Thank you. Hey there, YouTubers. My name's Claudio Lodi, and I used to tell my children stories of the adventures of Grant the Ant back in 2006. So I thought I'd put them down on paper as artwork and tell you guys the same stories or similar stories with the help of my artwork. So sit back and relax and enjoy my story of the adventures of Grant the Ant. Episode 2, Adventure 2. Here's Grant the Ant. As you can recall from the previous Grant the Ant story, he had just found himself a new home, and now he's trying to think of a way of recolonizing that home. Here's Grant the Ant's home. Grant lives at 7 Ant Street in Antsville, and he's decided it's time to renovate this place. So because he has the forest nearby, he's going to go backwards and forwards, renovating the home. Here it is. It's a scary looking place. Lots of trees, but good to get that wood that he needs to renovate this home. Backwards and forwards he'll go, and every now and then he'll sit back under that mushroom that he likes to do, to have a rest and have a little bit of a snooze, and then get back to work, of course, as ants always do. One of the times he got up to go into the woods, he came across another strange thing. He came across a great big gorilla. He asked the gorilla if he wouldn't mind helping him because he'd be good at knocking down some of the trees. The gorilla didn't have any way he was going to help. He was too busy counting his money that he'd been collecting. No idea where he collected that money from. Anyways, Grant the Ant went back to renovating his home and left him alone. There was another time where he came across another funny looking creature. It was the type of dog, but it wasn't a dog. It's a fluffernut. That's a fluffernut. If you need to see that, you need to go to my Instagram account so you can see the pictures of Fluffernut. Anyway, Fluffernut's a little bit bigger than a chihuahua, and doesn't speak, and just sits and does not much at all. Grant the Ant just went back to renovating. One time he went going through the bush, just a magical mirror just appeared out of nowhere, and he was shocked by it and looked into the mirror, and he said, "Hold on, is that me? That can't be me. Why is my mouth closed? That's a bit scary, isn't it?" So he then thought, better go back to those trees. However, he spotted another one with a hole, or a porthole. Oh no, he's going to go through this porthole, isn't he? So let's see what happens. Yep, he's gone through the porthole and he's been zombified. Oh no, Grant the Ant is no longer Grant the Ant. He's some sort of zombie. God, I hope he goes back through to become Grant the Ant again. Yeah, whoa, that was weird, he says. So scary, these bushes. He says, "I'm going to rush home." But before he does, a scary clown comes from behind another tree. And he says, "Oh my God, I'm going back home." And he starts running and he starts hearing a buzzing sound. Hold on. It's Ty the Fly, enjoying a strawberry on top of the mushroom that Grant must be sleeping under. Ty's buzzing and wakes him up. There he is. He's awoken. Grant says, "Hold on. Was all that a dream? Was I dreaming all that?" Oh, well, he gets up to go back home to see if he's finished renovating, but on the way home, he bumps into a lady. Here she is. This is Grace the ant. And Grant says, "Hi, I was wondering if you wouldn't mind going on a picnic tomorrow." And she said, "Yes, of course. She'd love to do that." And he said, "Fine, let's sort things out and I'll see you tomorrow." So Grant then goes home and prepares himself for the picnic tomorrow. So there's Grant's new renovated home. Isn't that cool? Anyway, that's the end of the story. And as I said, picnic time tomorrow or the next time we do a video. So stay tuned. And as I say, please subscribe, C_Lodi_art, or follow me on Instagram with C_Lodi_art. Thanks for watching and hope we catch up next time.